Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? Let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it after the show. But before we get into the show, I'd like to mention that Scott and I are going to be doing a viewer questions episode next week. So maybe Monday, probably Wednesday. So get your questions in the comments if you have some stuff you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. We'll answer it. We'll discuss it. That being said, let's get into the show. So, we've talked a lot about magnesium deficiency, and just recently a little bit more about how if you have some soil issues with pH, that's the more likely consideration in a magnesium deficiency. Not that you don't have any magnesium, just that it's not available to your plants because of some pH issues you got with the soil. And in this one, we talk about a little bit about how to deal with that, but more importantly, what to do while you're dealing with it to keep your plants healthy as you sort the problem out. So I'd like you to watch the clip, and I'll talk to you after. Trying to make things easier to do by making what's easiest,
by changing it
in style. Whatever's lazy, thing like that stuff.
And then it'll be easier to do it the old way in a couple of years.
Well. Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show to you, my YouTube buddies. Viewer questions 23. Scott, what's going on?
Hello. Raymond
McAvier. What would you use as a foliar feed if you see mag deficiency? Now, we've heard this question 1,000 times, but I believe this is in response to we had the thing about the mag deficiency, and you mentioned foliar feeding them. So you're going to fix your pH to get your mag back in line.
Maybe. But first and foremost, why do you have a mag deficiency?
Yes. So, but often with this video, it was that often it's because your pH is out of range, and you still are getting your calcium, but you've just come out of the range where your magnesium can pick up, and so you don't have any. So we said you got to fix your pH, but in the interim, what would you do to foliar to keep them? Yeah.
Well, Medusa's Magic would be probably my go-to of the liquid products that we have because it has the magnesium sulfate in there. So it's going to give you that magnesium for the foliage. It's going to help kind of correct the deficiency in the foliage while you're still correcting the root zone, because there's something in the root zone that's creating the mag deficiency. The mag is there, it's not being brought up.
There is mag there, it's just not coming up.
Yeah. Okay. So, if it's an extreme case, then going out and literally buying, I think raw or build a soil, or somebody would have just a bag of magnesium sulfate. And have just a teaspoon per quart of that and foliar feeding with that. It's literally just magnesium. It's going into the plant immediately. It'll cure the issue. You're going to have a big bag of magnesium sulfate laying around for a couple of years because you're probably not going to run into this issue down the road. But, address the pH because that's your number one thing.
So you would say that's a better solution over the Epsom salts or the Mag-Amp or any kind of stuff?
Epsom salt.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah, magnesium sulfate. So little magnesium or Epsom salt as a foliar will help get it back to where they look better, but you have to correct it in the root zone.
Sure.
Unless you're ready to foliar feed all the way through
the whole way. Yeah.
So
and you can't because you're going to have flower pretty soon.
Yeah, you don't want that sulfate on there. And really, Medusa's Magic for minor cases will correct it while you're correcting the root zone. If it's not correcting after about a week and a half of foliar feeding, then go on to an Epsom salt, liquefy it, just solubilize it and spray that. It'll be fast.
So, you personally, you would try to stay within your regimen, within your nectar nutrients before you go outside of it for some sort of...
Yeah, I go right to the root zone, and I know I've got a little bit of time. Magnesium deficiency in veg isn't a heartbreak for me because I know I've got all this time to fix it before I go into bloom, and I'm really just concerned about what's my uptake going to look like once I get into the flowering stage. How aggressive can I keep this flowering stage, and if I'm fighting a pH and a mag deficiency, I'm not going to flower strong. So fix your pH when you get into that realm of the veg. But Medusa would be the foliar. If that doesn't correct it in a week, then Epsom salt will correct it much faster, but you're just going to have a lot of extra Epsom salt. You won't need much.
Okay, what do you think? That informative, entertaining, helpful? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCGFAM show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCGFAM show. See you tomorrow.